Shalom, Israel. And when I mean Israel, I'm talking about the Black, Hispanic, and Native Indians. The Lord's 54th annual Passover is going down again this year, sundown, April 1st at 500 South Salisbury Street in Raleigh, North Carolina at the Downtown Conventional Center. It's got enough room for all of us. The Lord's 54th annual Passover. Last year, brothers and sisters showed up from all over the world, rocking ancient garments and glorious apparel in order to serve the Most High in Christ. Now, it's that time again. Commander General Yohana's putting out the decree for all brothers and sisters to show up sundown, April 1st in Raleigh, North Carolina. But before then, Thursday, it's going down at the Durham Armory, our annual all-black party. Last year was also the Hebrew Academy graduation dinner. This year, Commander General Yohana got something special for y'all. It is going down. What's happening? A full-blown Hebrew concert featuring Shar, U.P.K Latino, Kwarak Ice. This is not something you want to miss. Join us at the Sheridan in Raleigh, the hotel right downtown. It's at 421 South Salisbury. The Passover is right up the block at the convention center, literally within walking distance. Make sure you pull up. Make sure that you do your due diligence because rooms are going fast and they are limited this weekend. You understand? We have months in advance of preparation. Do not wait till the last minute to get your room. The Lord's 54th annual Passover, Saturday, April 1st in Raleigh, North Carolina. Join us there.
It's about time, sending curses to them enemies.
Shalom Israel, ven y pasale Pascua. Shalom Israel, ven y pasale Pascua anual del Señor.
Shalom Israel, soy oficial y sacerdote de 500 de I.S.U.P.K Bonaparium. Shalom Israel, Salakia. Esta es la clase de hermanidad. Ya sabemos que la palabra hermanidad es sinónimo con las hermanas. All right. Dame un 1 en el chateo si me pueden oír y me pueden ver. Dale un momento a los hermanos que entren en la clase. Todos estamos viniendo de esclavitud. Como siquiera le vamos a dar duro. Como siempre, estoy escribiendo la clase para oficial y sacerdote de 50 Yarad en Nicaragua, Salakia, de Honduras. All right. Vamos al libro de Hebreos. Hebreos capítulo 13, versículo 17. y dice, obedece a vuestros pastores y, y sujetos, Salakia, y sujetaos a ellos, porque ellos velan por vuestras almas como quienes han de dar cuenta, para que lo hagan con alegría y no quejándose, porque esto no os es provechoso, ¿verdad? Nuestros pastores, aquí vamos recordando que esta es la Reina Valera de 1060, ¿verdad? 1060, y la palabra pastores aquí, que no significa los pastores que están en la iglesia cristiana, ¿me entienden? Significa los maestros. Slakia. Let me get the brother on. Bear with me, Israel. Most High Christ, Shalom, Yahbashim.
Shalom. Yahweh Shem and Shabrakatah.
Hey, Shalom. Can you see me okay?
Khan Khan.
Most High Christ. We're on Hebrews chapter 13, verse 17. El libro de Hebreos, capítulo 13, versículo 17. La palabra pastores no significa como los pastores de hoy en tiempo que están en la abominación esa que tú llamas la iglesia cristiana. Ok. El Shalom Yahabashim Yashabrakatah. Oficial Magana
Shalom.
Ma.
Yahweh Shem and Shabrakatah.
Most High Christ. Shalom Yahweh Shemo A'athah Ba'ashem Yahshai. Sister Dahlia, la hermana Dahlia.
Yahweh Shalom. Yahweh Shemar.
A'athon.
Alathan. By Shem Yahushai.
Most High Christ. Ok. Esos son, esa palabra quiere decir maestro, o lo que tienen rango sobre de usted aquí en la escuela, you name it. All right, we clear on that? So what? Khan,
Is it a tha when it's one person or a than?
you mean a tha?
Khan.
When it's one person, it's a tha.
A tha.
Right.
Got mixed up. The water, sir.
I am the ball. When it's more than one, it's a thumb.
With an M or with an N?
When you saluting a sister or a brother,
A sister.
a thumb.
With an N, right?
Khan.
The water, sir.
They say a tha, we say a thun. And that Most High in Christ. I'm glad you brought that up, right? So I'll be covering the brotherhood class, right? Up until also your rod. Okay, clap it up for that brother, right? That brother's out there in Honduras, right? The Most High used him the fishing Trooper Abadan, another hardcore brother, 10 toes down. All right, and I will be resuming the Lashawan Kodash on Fridays. All right, and bear with me with the Sabbath service. All right, I have been coming out of the slave entirely late, and that will change this Sabbath. Okay. So, being that you brought that up, Salakia, I believe I left the Hebrew lexicon at New York headquarters. All right. So, your Hebrew and your history. Right. You want this book? Can you see it? Okay.
Kana
This
no
is
kan.
Josephus. It's in the study guide. All right. I could not find this in Spanish. If you have it in the Spanish, uh, drop the link. All right. I will continue to look for it in the Spanish. Right. The number is Salaka. The name is Josephus. Right. He is a prime a prime factor in your studies. All right. That will help you with your history. All right. That will help you understand what happened in the scriptures. All right. Also, the Hebrew English lexicon. I don't have the book here. I'm gonna check in headquarters tomorrow when I cover the law class. All right. See if I left it there. You want this one too? The hardcover, the Zondervan Bible Dictionary. All right. You come prepared. Right. The paperback. Right. The paper. Slovakia. The paperback pocket soft cover. You want that also. All right. I have two. Right. We come prepared. You also want a Merriam-Webster's dictionary. Right. And to help you with your Hebrew, you want a Tanakh. All right. Old and New Testaments. All right. I got this one straight out of Jerusalem. All right. Straight out of Israel. You also want the Apocrypha and the Hebrew. All right. You want also a 1611. Right. 1611. Some brothers can't read Old English, right? They trip up on the words, so they carry two books, right? They carry the Old and New Testament, and then they carry the Apocrypha, right? I like to carry all the books, all right? All the books. Got to be prepared. Right? That's just a sidebar, all right? For the Akim at home or at the slave, right? I beseech you to continue to be diligent in your notes, right? Don't be cheap with these study guides. Usually they have deals where you can buy like 5 or 6 books for the price of one or two. Okay. Precept books, right? You can never have too many precept books, right? Be diligent in your notes. Right? Be articulate. Okay. So I look forward to resuming the Lashawan Kodash. All right. I took turns with Captain Ash, Apari, and we passed it to Officer Ganomoth. So we will be continuing the Lashawan Kodash with yours truly, the Sabbath service, and I'll hold down the Brotherhood class. All right, Salakia, I do not have the sign-in sheet. I do not have the link, right, as I'm streaming off of my phone. As you already know, Latin America is getting a makeover. We got the West Coast, we got all of I.S.U.P.K right out there getting it in. All right, they have shows such as La Pura Nieta. All right, big up to the priest notes of 5,000 Kasak Yah. All right, honing it down. All those brothers, man. It's too many to name, man. All right. We have Magana Moth from Puerto Rico, right? We got the young men, right? The troopers out there in Santo Domingo, right? We have Nicaragua, right? Gedaya Allah holding on strong, man. I big yourself up, Gedaya Allah. All right, that brother's been through hell and back. All right, so there is no excuse, okay? All right, we have Honduras, we have man, we got Haiti, we everywhere, man. Latin America is getting a makeover, right? Big ups to Captain, Precinct Captain of 13,000, Captain Ashaparian. All right, he's been doing a diligent job. Big up to him. All right, Most High Christ. This is all through the Spirit of the Lord under commanding General Yohana. Salaki, I know we supposed to speak Spanish and all that. I like to switch it up. A lot of brothers, especially in New York, don't speak Spanish. All right, they don't read it, they don't write it. All right, they can't speak it. Some might understand it. All right, everyone know English. All right, no sweat. Salaki, let's get back to it. You read that in the English, Baba Kishore. Hebrews chapter 13, verse 17.
Khan.
Most High Christ.
The book of Hebrews, chapter 13, verse 17. Obey them that have the rule over you, and submit yourselves, for they watch for your souls, as they that must give account, that they may do it with joy and not with grief, for that is unprofitable for you.
That is unprofitable to you. Right. So as I was breaking it down in Spanish, right, things get lost in translation, right? And in the Spanish, when we read it, right, get you a Santa Biblia bilingüe, right? Reina Valera and the King James is what we use in the Spanish, right? You have to be sharp. Here in the school, we correct books, all right? We correct books, right? Here in the 1960s, that word pastor, right, in the Spanish is pastores, right? It had a totally different definition of of what we have now as the meaning of what a pastor is, right? Pastores, right? That is the Spanish word for pastors, right? But when you read it in the English, it says, "Obey them that have rule over you," right? Obey them. Blacks, Hispanics, and Native Americans, right? They fold when they hear that. They cringe. All right. The first thing in their head, what they think about is, I'm not a dog, especially the sisters. All right. They'll tell you straight up, I'm not a dog. All right. And then the following word is, and submit yourselves. All right. That means to commit, man. You know, they hear the word submit and forget it. You see all the demons come out. They don't understand. All right. So Hosea 4:6 states that, I'm paraphrasing, we're destroyed for lack of knowledge. All right. And we see it day in and day out in this work. We're so-called blacks, Hispanics, and Native American Indians. You understand? And it says, for them that rule over you, right? For they watch over for your souls. Right? We see that here in the truth. All right. Any man that outranks you is responsible for you. All right. Especially in that council department. You understand? As they must give account. There you go. They must give account for you. You understand? that they may do it with joy and not with grief, for that is unprofitable to you. You got that already, right?
Con, I don't count.
No sweat. You have any questions out?
Not at the moment, sir.
No sweat. Any questions from last week?
La.
No sweat. Give me 1 second. You took your OSIS exam.
Con, I don't count.
Most High Christ. How'd you fare?
I did good.
Most High in Christ.
I haven't heard back from my camp leader yet, though. It's been since Saturday.
Most High in Christ. Don't worry about it. No sweat. You know, our people don't endure, right? They have no brotherhood. See what happened with the whole what's that brother's name? Tyree Irving, or did I
Sorry,
say that
Nichols.
right? With them officers killed them, right?
Con.
Believe I posted I found the article and I posted the footage from the actual police officers, the badge that the camera view on their chest, right? And that was very very sad. All right, that was black on black crime. All right, they have no brotherhood. You see them talking about it, laughing. You see one guy straight wailing on him. All right, one he got tased. He got the brakes beat up off of him. All right, I got caught up in the action of the offense that I don't even recall what the hell happened exactly. What was the charge exactly? You know what I'm saying? That brother was a young brother.
Salakia.
It was funny. Go ahead.
If I may, it's been rumored that Tyree Nichols was with the police officer's ex-girlfriend. That's the new
Forget about
rumors
it.
going by right now.
Forget. Of course, they're gonna make rumors and all that crap. You understand?
It's heavily
Slocky.
shared on TikTok.
Slocky. One second. Got this thing right over my head. 1 second.
How about Shem Yashai Brakatham?
Shalom Yahaba Hashem Yashabrakatah.
Shalom,
Salakia.
Shita.
Can you hear me?
Khan
Khan.
Aron Khan. I mean Khan. Salakia.
No sweat. All right, so y'all can see my face now.
Sir.
Most High Christ. So lucky that thing was like blocking my whole image. All right. So how do you explain that? There's no brotherhood in that, right? There's no brotherhood. There's no brotherhood in the police department. Right. Usually it would be the other nations, right, with that badge, right? You know, killing so-called blacks, Hispanics, and Native American Indians, right? But here it is, we have black on black crime, So you know the other nations is just jumping up for joy, right? But every anointed priest of war here, right? Every man of war here under that UPK banner was highly vexed, highly mad. And you heard it through all the camp speaking. You heard Commanding General Yohana bring it out. You heard the generals bring it out. You know, that is very sad. And that's the problem with the lost sheep of the house of Israel, man. We have no brotherhood. We do not have compassion for one another. We hate each other. We envy each other. As Swap says, we sleep with each other's wives. We commit adultery, all types of sexual deviancy, and have malice towards our brothers. It's because we're destroyed for lack of knowledge. Understand? Give me Romans 8 and 7, Baba Kishore. El libro Romanos, capítulo 8, versículo 7. Abadan. Abadan, you could read.
Come on, sir. Romanos.
Sawap, give me Sawap, hold Deuteronomy chapter 4, verse 9, Baba Kishore. You can read it when you got it, Abadan.
Come on, sir.
After you read it in Spanish, you can read it in the English.
You once again, Romans, what you told me, sir? Salakia.
Right, Romanos. Right. You read it in the Spanish and then in the English. Romans chapter 8, verse 7. Romanos capítulo 8, versículo 7. Baba Kishore.
Come on. You have it, so what?
Gone.
Ok, este es el libro de Romanos, capítulo 8, versículo 7. Y dice, por cuanto los designios de la carne son enemistad contra Dios, porque no se sujetan a la ley de Dios, ni tampoco pueden.
Ni tampoco pueden. Dame el versículo 8, Baba Kishore.
Versículo 8. Y los que viven según la carne no pueden agradar a Yahweh.
A Yahweh. Ahora léemelo en inglés, Baba Kishore.
Let's see. Romans. Chapter 8. It's the book of Romans, chapter 8, verse 7. Yeah. Because the carnal mind is enmity against Yahweh, for it is not subject to the law of God, neither indeed can be. Verse 8. So then they that are in the flesh cannot please God.
For they that are in the flesh cannot please God. All right. Here it is. These so-called cops, right? They were brothers, right? They were Jake, right? And yeah, we all have slaveries, right? But this is what they train for. This is what they train for. And the only brotherhood that they have is within their own organization. All right, these prison, these Salakia, these police departments, man, they're the biggest gangs out there. All right, that's the biggest hate group right there. It's the police department. No matter what country you in, whatever state you in, whatever city you're in. All right, they have family picnics. You understand? They have reunions. They have they have you know, the fire department has a boxing tournament with the police department. They all know each other. You understand? But here it is, this one guy. Right? It is funny. It's funny you say that, Sawat. What you said, right? The rumor. All right, we're not gossipers here. You know what I'm saying? I'm not calling you a gossiper. We have to make sure. We can't be sure. We have to verify. We have to get to the root. All right. A rumor is hearsay. We get facts. As a priest in training, right? We get to the root of the problem. You understand? Cops have quotas, man. Cops have quotas. All right. Everybody got to pay the bills. These cops took an oath. And when they train to kill. You understand? They train to kill you. They're a bunch of sellouts, man. This is a 21-year-old, right, brother, right? And he died. He wasn't even on his knee. He was on the side. He was laying down, man, with his hands up. And they tased him, they beat him, they stomped him. How many days later did he die? If you've been following the story.
I believe it was 3 days. Salakia.
3 days later, after that whooping, right? 3 days later. That's exactly right. He died 3 days later. 3 days later, he succumbed to his affliction, man, to his wounds, man. All right. There is no brotherhood in the police department, man. Look at the purple faggots. All right, them purple faggots, they're all cops. Every single last one of them. Ain't no brotherhood in them either. You understand? No, bro. They don't know what it is to have brotherhood. All right. They got blue waffle. Right? They got blue waffle. They got Hamites. They got death and blood in their hands. You understand? They go against the grain. Here, we love our brothers. We're patient with our akim, with our wafim. Brother coming to truth, you see his whole family, his whole household coming to truth. They want to get right. That's what your 90 days is for, to study and shed yourself of the world. There's a lot of brothers that committed adultery and ran into the truth. You understand? Give me Deuteronomy chapter 4, verse 9, bro, for sure. So what?
Khan. This is the book of Deuteronomy, chapter 4, verse 9. Only take heed to thyself, and keep thy soul diligently, lest thou forget the things which thine eyes have seen, and lest they depart from thy heart all the days of thy life. But teach them thy sons, and thy sons' sons. Este es el libro de Deuteronomio, capítulo 4, versículo 9. Por tanto, guárdate y guarda tu alma con diligencia, para que no te olvides de las cosas que tus ojos han visto, ni se aparten de tu corazón todos los días de tu vida. Antes bien, las enseñarás a tus hijos y a los hijos de tus hijos.
The water. Now let me get the following verse, Baba Kishore. Verse 10.
Versículo 10. El día que estuviste delante de Yahweh tu Dios en Horeb, cuando Yahweh me dijo, reúneme el pueblo, para que yo les haga oír mis palabras, las cuales aprenderán, para temerme todos los días que vivieren sobre la tierra, y las enseñarán a sus hijos. Salaki, would you like it in English as well?
Salaki. In the Spanish, you have a continuation. Give me the next one in the Spanish. It ends at 13. In the English, it ends at verse 10 on in the English.
Versículo 11. Y os acercasteis y os pusisteis al pie del monte, y el monte ardía en fuego hasta en medio de los cielos con tinieblas, nube y oscuridad. Versículo 12. Y habló Yahweh con vosotros de en medio del fuego. Oísteis la voz de sus palabras, mas a excepción de oír la voz, ninguna figura visteis.
Give me the next verse.
Versículo 13. Y él os anunció su pacto, el cual os mandó poner por obra los 10 mandamientos, y los escribió en 2 tablas de piedra.
En 2 tablas de piedra. Give it to me in the English, Baba Kishore.
Verse 10. Especially the day that thou stoodst before the Lord thy God in Horeb, when the Lord said unto me, gather me the people together, and I will make them hear my words, that they may learn to fear me all the days that they shall live upon the earth, and that they may teach their children. Verse 11. And ye came
Stop
near.
right there. Stop right there, warrior. Salakia. Right? In Proverbs, we learn that, I'm paraphrasing, Abadan, if you can pull that up for me, raise up a child, right? In Proverbs, right, we learn to raise up a child in the way that they should go, and that when they get older, they should not depart from it, right? Read that last sentence in that precept, warrior.
Verse 11, sir.
Khan, raise up a child or teach your children.
I'm not seeing that, sir.
Salaki, that was verse 10. Salaki.
Salaki, you want me to read verse 10 or verse 11?
So, verse 10. Gather me the people together, and I will make them hear my words, that they may learn to fear me all the days that they shall live upon the earth. Read the last sentence of that verse.
And that they may teach their children.
And that they may teach their children. All right. Let's say it's true. Let's say it's true that this deceased brother, right, went against the grain and he committed adultery. What did he learn? That means he wasn't raised up, right? He wasn't brought up righteous. He was brought up without proper understanding, correct?
Con.
We don't even sit with another man's wife. You understand? You'll never see a brother sitting with another man's wife here in the truth. You understand? This is why it's important to endure, because they hunt our steps, man. All right. If they're not in the truth, they're in the world, and if they're in the world, right, they're just as deadly as the other nations. You understand? You got that precept, Abadan? Oh, your mic's unmuted, warrior.
Con, sir, I got it.
You got the precept asked for? Raise up a child. Proverbs.
Proverbs chapter 22, verse 6.
Read it.
Dice, es el libro de Proverbios, capítulo 22, versículo 6.
Go. That's right.
Instruye al niño en su camino, y aun cuando fuera viejo, no se apartará de él.
Nunca se va a apartar del Todopoderoso. Yahweh en hebreo. Give it to me in the English, Abadan.
Con, sir. Book of Proverbs.
Hold what you got, so hold verse 11.
This is the book of Proverbs,
Yes, sir.
chapter 22, verse 6. Let's say, train not a child in the way he shall go, and when he is old, he will not depart from it.
He would not depart from it. So let's say this brother that got humiliated, right, and put to death, right, by these brothers, right? They're broke, they lost, they're destroyed for lack of knowledge, right? I say he was trained up in the way he should go. That means that rumor is false. You understand? He could have been just another victim. You understand? But let's say he was trained up. That means that the rumor is false. There was another hidden agenda to him getting beat and cuffed and tased and stomped. And I believe that he got denied medical attention, and 3 days later he passed away. All right. The autopsy hasn't been released, right? But the videos have been released. All types of videos. You understand? It's that brotherhood, Akim. We went over these scriptures before. You understand? If a brother offend you, you go to him and him alone, right? It's different. It's a time where, let's say you did go to him or him alone, right? Let's say you went to the council. You understand? You went to the council. He didn't hear you. You have to bring in your witnesses and all of that. And you take them to council, and now the offense is brought in front of the nation, right? There is a time where that brother with the offense will get treated like a heathen. You understand, Akim?
Sir.
Now, in this case, it was not the case. This is a case of the world, but it's our brothers that are in the world. Does that not remind you of you when you were in the world? Kick ass and ask questions last, right? We might never know. It happens so many times, not just in the police department. It also happened in the Slovakia, in the armed forces, right? And the enemies and the white man, right? And the Edomites, according to the scriptures, right? Army. You understand? What was the sister? It's right there. Slovakia. I think her name was Sandra. if I'm not mistaken, I might be getting the stories misconstrued in my head. There was a sister. It happens to brothers and sisters, man. It's the brotherhood class, right? Both ends get it. Both ends of the sword. You understand? I had the sister in the white man's army, right, who was raped, beaten, and killed, right? And you know what them devils did, right? They put battery acid in her vagina to cover up the evidence. What's her name? Was it Sandra Bland? I don't wanna get the stories mixed up. I know it's in my notes. It's not in this current precept book. All right. It also happened recently, right? In the army where it was a Jake. He killed the Hamite, right? Killed the Hamite with a shovel, right? Even though it was a Hamite, right? The law is thou shalt not kill. You understand? Thou shalt not kill. All right. Now in self defense, hey man, if there's a death in self defense, hey man, Lord be with you, man. You understand? There's such things as righteous killings. You understand? When you're ordered to go take somebody's head off, that's a righteous kill. You understand? When you read these scriptures, it's all throughout the scriptures, man. We went to war, right? David killed Goliath, right? We all know that one. That was a righteous kill. You understand? Cain killed Abel. That was a unrighteous kill. That too was black on black crime. That was out of envy, out of jealousy. You understand? All we know is that you have these coffee eating, croissant eating, coffee drinking, right? Cops who we know are Jakes, and they killed another Jake in the world for whatever the speculation is. Right? We just know that they got blood on their hands, and it's not nothing new. It's not nothing new. They're in fraternities, they're in cults, they're in hate groups. You understand? You're in the truth. You're priest in training. You see that shit, you call it right out. You swing your sword like no tomorrow, man. You understand, Aki?
Khan.
You can pull that swap, Baba Kishore. You got the name?
Which name, sir?
The sister in the service?
Khan.
Let me get it, Baba Kishore.
Lavina Johnson.
The water. Lavina Johnson, right? That was her name. You come to headquarters, we got her pictures on the wall. You know what I'm saying? That this is what happens. And and the I.S.U.P.K curses, man, we curse everything they got. We curse NASA space program, we curse their governments, all right? Everybody. It's for a reason. You understand, Akim? There ain't no brotherhood. We just separate from them, man. You understand? Separate from them. Let me tell you, as you are priests in training, man. All right, the world is watching you. What you say, how you say it, your mannerisms, how you conduct yourself, how you dress. You understand? Our people will heckle you. Our people will annoy you to death. You understand? Don't feed into that. Don't feed into that. You cut them with the truth. You cut them with the scriptures. You understand, Aki? Don't feed into none of that. And another thing, we ain't Christians.
All right.
That would never happen to a priest and prophet in this school. That would never, and if the day ever came, as Jeremiah Hyman says, I pray you understand. Give me the book of John. Salakia. You can continue reading. Sawat from verse 11.
The book of Deuteronomy, chapter 4, verse 11. And ye came near and stood under the mountain, and the mountain burnt with fire unto the midst of heaven, with darkness, clouds, and thick darkness. Verse 12. And the Lord spake unto you out of the midst of the fire. Ye heard the voice of the words, but saw no similitude. Only ye heard a voice.
Be the next verse.
Verse 13. And he declared unto you his covenant, which he commanded you to perform, even 10 commandments. And he wrote them upon 2 tables of stone.
On the 2 tables of stone. All right. Salakia. Abadan, give me Juan, el libro de Juan, capítulo 14, versículo 17. Bible show the book of John, chapter 14, verse 17.
Come on, sir. Este libro de San Juan, capítulo 14, versículo 17. ¿Lo tienen todo?
Sorry, let me get there with you. Salaki. Go ahead, warrior.
San Juan, capítulo 14, versículo 17. Y dice, el Espíritu de verdad, al cual el mundo no puede recibir.
Párate ahí. Right. El mundo. El mundo. ¿Qué quiere significar la palabra mundo? El mundo.
Las otras naciones. La otra que no sean Israel.
Ajá. ¿Y qué más significa? Swap.
La sociedad.
Okay. I'll take that. And what else?
Los reinos del mundo.
That's damn right. Damn right. All right. Sigue leyendo.
Dice, porque no lo ve, ni le conoce, pero vosotros le conocéis, porque mora con vosotros y estará en vosotros.
Y estará en vosotros. All right. Dámelo en inglés, Babu Kishore.
The book of John, chapter 14, verse 17. Let's see. Even the Spirit of truth, whom the world cannot receive.
Whom the world cannot receive, right? The world, right? But so what? Give me that breakdown, Babu Kishore. The world. What is the definition of world?
Well, the society and kingdoms.
And kingdoms, right? You got Water World, you got Disney World, right? We got all these types of worlds. You understand? Now, don't get it twisted like them Pastor Pork Chops, right? And their minions when they're quick to pull that John 3:16, right? For God so loved the world, right? This ain't the same world. All right. The world in John 3:16 is us, is Yasharala. You
Yeah.
understand? The 12 tribes of Israel. You understand? Now the world here in this precept is talking about the world. You understand? Read on.
Yes, sir. Because it seeth him not,
Read on.
neither knoweth him. But
They
ye
don't
know
know
him.
him. They don't know him. And they can't receive him either. Because this wasn't given unto the world. You understand? And another question, Abadan, right? Who's talking here?
Yahweh Shai.
Yahweh Shai. And who does the world ignorantly call Yahweh Shai?
Jesus.
Jesus what?
Jesus Christ.
Jesus the Christ.
Mhm.
Read on.
Know him not, for he dwelleth with you, and he shall be in you.
And he shall be in you. You understand? That also goes for our lost and destroyed brothers and sisters, man. The so-called Black, Hispanic, and Native American brothers and sisters out there in the world, man. They're destroyed. They can't receive him. They can't see him. You understand? They gotta come back home. They gotta come into this body to receive him. You ever speak to them brothers in the world, man? It's like, yeah, you know, I speak to God, and God told me this. Yeah, God, word. What language did he speak? Was it Hebrew? You speak Hebrew? Or he gave you signs and wonders and miracles. Where were you at when he had this conversation? I want to go over there. You understand? They can't receive him. They don't know these scriptures, y'all. You can't be in indulgence of sin and serve God at the same time. Y'all. You understand? So why? Thou shalt not kill. What is that commandment? What's the number? What number? There's 10 commandments, right? That's what the world teaches, right? We know that that's false, right? But thou shalt not kill. What number commandment is that?
35th. Oh,
This is why the world can't see him or receive him.
Salaki, is it the fourth commandment?
The water. That is the fourth commandment. Thou shalt not kill. So if you break one commandment, you break all of them. If you love God, right, just packs the pork chop with his three-piece suit, right, and his little gay ass, you know, tie or his little bow tie, like the bean pie eating final call people, right? Y'all know who I'm talking about. All right, he eating pork, he eating shrimp, crab, lobster. Talking about the laws are done away with because we're under grace. You understand? They're hypocrites. They can't receive him. They'll kill you just like how them cops killed that brother, man. You understand? You can drop that. So what? Give me Proverbs chapter 1, verse 16. Abadan, hold for me Ecclesiasticus chapter 2, verse 2. You can start at verse 1. You'll read right after Swap, Baba Kishore.
Chapter 2.
Khan, chapter 2, verse 1.
Verse
Right
1.
after Swap, Baba Kishore.
Con, sir.
Swap, you can read it when you got it.
This is the book of Proverbs, chapter 1, verse 16. Does everybody have it?
Khan.
Con.
For their feet run to evil and make
their
haste
what?
to shed blood. For their feet run to evil and make haste to shed blood.
And make haste to shed blood, man. But they love God. Everybody love God till it's time to serve him. This is why we say we're the home of the truth. We want no cowards in our camp. You understand? Most high praise.
One in Spanish,
Give
sir?
it to me. Khan, give it to me. You should have gave it to me in the Spanish first.
Salakia, sir.
No sweat.
Este libro de Proverbios, capítulo 1, versículo 16. Porque sus pies corren hacia el mal y van presurosos a derramar sangre.
A de Hamas sangre. That's all the nations. And if our people are in the world, right, they do the same thing. You understand?
Con.
All right, drop that, Abadan. Give me what you got.
Con, sir. El libro de Eclesiastés, capítulo 2, versículo 1. ¿Tienen todo?
Salakia, ¿tú puedes repetir eso, Abadan?
Eclesiastés, capítulo 2, versículo 1.
Tu water. Ya lo tengo.
Con, dice, dije yo en mi corazón, ve ahora, te probaré con alegría y gozarás de los bienes, mas he aquí estoy también, mas he aquí esto también era vanidad.
¿Era qué?
Vanidad.
Vanidad. Right. Ahí llegó. Eso era todo.
Con, sir.
Léelo en inglés, Baba Kishore.
It's the book of Ecclesiastes, chapter 2, verse 1. I said in my heart, go now, and I will prove thee with mirth. Therefore enjoy pleasure, and behold, this also is vanity.
Salakia. Eclesiastés o eclesiásticos.
Ecclesiastes.
No. I asked for ecclesiasticus.
Sir.
No sweat. That'd be in your apocrypha. Ecclesiasticus. Ecclesiasticos. Right? Everyone gets that confused. All right.
Ecclesiasticus, chapter 2, verse 1. It said, my son, if thou come to serve the Lord, prepare thy soul for temptation.
For what?
For temptation.
For temptation, man. Read on.
Verse 2. Set thy heart upright, and constantly endure, and make no haste in time of trouble.
And make no haste in time of trouble, man. You gotta endure. You gotta endure the demons. You gotta endure, the temptation. Right? You have to endure everything.
What, Salaki, sir? What it mean to say make no haste? Is that mean
Make no haste.
clean?
All right, make no haste, right? I'm gonna sum it down to you. Make no haste is don't sin, man,
Don't say.
in time of trouble, man. Make no haste. Look it up.
Con.
Look up the word haste. Sawap. Got it right here. All right.
Salaki, so you want me to read something?
The word haste.
Haste.
The word haste mean quickness in movements or action.
Mm-hmm. And make not haste in trial of trouble and times of trouble. Right? Haste. You gotta endure. You understand? We go to camp, we can spit on, bottles of water thrown at us. We endure that. We don't haste. We don't feed into the bullshit. You know what I'm saying? Now when it comes down to, people putting hands or crossing the fucking line, right?
Con.
You're gonna show them the other side of God, the other side of the power that we fear. You will demonstrate that. They will get corrected. They violate, we will demonstrate. You understand? There's a time and place for everything. Whether it's a goddamn police department, a punk ass gang, a fake ass Israelite group, or a goddamn heckler. You understand? We want no cowards here. This is why we wish they would. Don't sin, Akim. Don't feed into we're not in the world, man. We're held to a high standard. You understand?
Con, sir.
Be sober, be vigilant. See through the bullshit. The more you're in the truth, the way you hear things will change. The way you see things will change. The way you understand things will change. You understand? What's today's topic? Swap,
Brotherhood, sir.
brotherhood. Y'all know the story of Abba Bivens, right?
Sir.
You said La'a. Did I hear you correctly, Swap?
Con, I don't con.
You said La'a. No sweat. Abba Bivens was at camp, right? He was blazing on the Ishmaelites. Right? Them Ishmaelites, right? Them stinking Hamites, right? Whatever you worship a rock, right? You're a Muslim, right? They took that brother's life, man. They took Abba Bivens' life, man. All right, and them generals that lead us today, all right? Hold your point, warrior. All right, them generals that lead us today held on to the faith. What is the greatest commandment? Stop.
So love your brother like yourself.
There is no greater love than this. want to put their life on the line for their brother, man. And that's what we've been doing since 1969. And the rest are just cowards or replicas. They're rejects, man. The truth is not in them. They ain't no different than them damn heathens or them fake ass Israelite groups. Take your work seriously, Aki. Make your election sure. This is not a game, and your life does not belong to you no longer. You understand, Aki?
Come on, sir.
Most High Christ.
Come on.
What does it mean to endure? Give me the definition. All right. The Hebrew word is la sabawal. La sabwal. All right. LASABAWAL. Right? Endure. La sabwal. Right? Salakia. La sab a wall. La sab a wall. That's the Hebrew word for endure. Give me the definition, Baba Kishore.
Endure.
Go ahead, so what?
To endure, to continue in the same state, to remain firm under suffering or misfortune without yielding.
No sweat. I was waiting for it. Suffer patiently. That's what it means to endure, to constantly endure, to suffer patiently. Understand?
Nobody
No sweat. Salakia.
Salakia, sir.
Abadan? Khan, go ahead.
No, I'm saying this
You got a question, Warrior?
Salakia, sir. What I'm saying is a lot of people doesn't want to suffer. Mostly the Christian doesn't want to suffer. They want everything easy.
We are not Christians, Ak.
Khan.
We are not Christians at all in here. There is no Christianity in here. You understand? We are not Christians. We ain't Christians.
Khan, sir.
We don't read the Bible. You understand? We live the Bible. They just read about it. And they sin, right? And spit in the face of the Most High Power because they believe that there is no law, that they're under grace. You understand? And they'll kill our brothers in the world. They believe the Lord's done away with it, that they could kill. All right? We ain't Christians. Embed that in your head right now. We are not Christians.
Khan, sir.
Who was reading?
I was reading, sir.
Abadan, right?
I finished that. That was in Ecclesiasticus. Chapter
Right,
2.
no sweat. I got you. So Wap, give me the book of Romans. Any questions thus far?
Romanos. La.
No sweat. So Wap, you have any questions? No sweat. Give me the book of Romans chapter 3 verse 15.
Khan. This is the book of Romans, chapter 3, verse 15. Does everybody have it?
Khan. You can start at verse 10. since these Christians, right, they love the New Testament.
Este libro de Romanos, capítulo 3, versículo 10. Como está escrito, no hay justo ni aún uno. Versículo 11. No hay quien entienda. No hay quien busque a Dios. Versículo 12. Todos se desviaron. A una se hicieron inútiles. No hay quien haga lo bueno. No hay ni siquiera uno. Versículo 13. Sepulcro abierto es su garganta. Con su lengua engañan. Veneno de áspides hay debajo de sus labios.
Keep reading, Doc.
Versículo 14. Su boca
Right.
está llena de maldición y de amargura.
Y de amargura. Give it to me in the English, Bible Show.
Canaan.
Abadan,
Verse 10.
whole Isaiah 59:7, Bible Show. Isaías 59, versículo 7. Isaiah 59, verse 7. Continue reading Sawat, Bible Show.
Canaan. Verse 10. As it is written, there is none righteous. No, not one. Verse 11. There is none that understandeth. There is none that seeketh after God.
They don't seek God, man, because they rather shed innocent blood, man. They rather kill so-called blacks, Hispanics, and Native American Indians, right in cold blood, in the middle of the street. They rather go into their own lust, right? Because they believe that the law is done away with. On top of that, they won't believe in what we believe. They don't believe in God. They believe in the laws of the land, right? Read on.
Verse 12. They are all gone out of the way.
They are what?
They are all gone out of the way.
Read on.
They are together become unprofitable.
Unprofitable, man. The police department, no matter what country, what state, what city, they're all underpaid, man. You understand? Their money is in overtime and pulling you over and putting drugs in your car and framing you and locking you up off a DV and then trying to bang your wife at the same time. Read on.
There is none that doeth good. No, not one.
Not a single one, man. From that Edomite that made it law for the world to get taxed on down, trickling down here to the 21st century, man. As preaching also Tabak Gans brought out last night, right? He said we are in apocalyptic times, man. Apocalyptic times, man. Read on.
Verse 13. Their throat is an open sepulchre. With their tongues they have used deceit. The poison of asps is under their lips.
Read on.
Verse 14. Whose mouth is full of cursing and bitterness.
Read on.
Verse 15. Their feet are swift to shed blood.
Read on.
Verse 16. Destruction and misery are in their ways.
Read on.
Verse 17. And the way of peace have they not known.
Last verse. Bring it on home.
Verse 18. There is no fear of God before their eyes.
There is no fear. They don't fear the Most High Power, man. And if they don't fear him, man, they don't follow his law, statutes, and commandments, man. They lean on their own understanding. Understand? They don't give There's no brotherhood and no goddamn police department or no goddamn white man's army. That's the real goddamn hate group. You understand?
Come on, sir.
Drop that. Give me the book of Isaiah, chapter 59, verse 7. We could end it right here. Let's any I can have questions. I don't see any questions online.
Es el libro de Isaías, capítulo 59. ¿Estamos ahí todos?
Khan.
Versículo 7 dice: sus pies corren al mal, se apresuran para derramar la sangre inocente.
That's the key word right here. Read on.
Sus pensamientos, pensamiento de iniquidad, destrucción y quebrantamiento hay en sus caminos.
En sus caminos, right? Give it to me in the English, Baba Kishore. Sawat. Give me the definition of iniquity, right? Hold the word haste, right? I need haste first, then innocent, and then iniquity, Baba Kishore. Abadan.
This is the book of Isaiah, chapter 59, verse 7. Their feet run to evil.
Their feet run to what?
To evil.
That so-called blacks, Hispanics, and Native American Indians, man, you out there in these government strongholds, man. Your feet run to evil just like them goddamn heathens, man. All them other nations, man. All right, they don't love you. You're in it to feed your own bellies, just like them Christian pastors, man. Read on.
And they make haste to shed innocent blood.
And they make what? Haste. We brought out that word haste, man. Haste means they run quickly. Right? They run quick to shed innocent blood. Just like them stinking heathens, man. Read on.
Their thoughts are thoughts of iniquity.
Give me that. Give me that, Baba Kishore. Let's give me the word haste again, the definition of haste.
Haste.
So that
rapidity of motion, swiftness, rash or headlong action.
Headlong
eagerness to act. Salakia.
That damn right. Say that again.
Undue eagerness to act.
Drop that. Give me the innocent definition. All right, that brother was innocent, right? Now they want to have speculation. Listen, I don't care, right? Let me tell you something. All right. So the speculation was that he had sex with the cop's wife. Right? That's the rumor. Nah. You have a wife and she sleeps on you. Right? There's another man blowing her back out. Guess what? That woman belongs to that man. And that's your bill of divorce right there. She could kick rocks. You feel me? She could kick rocks. All right, with her sexual deviancy, she was never yours. Go to her goddamn father and ask for your dowry back. You understand? There shall not be no whores of the daughters of Israel. And that's some brotherhood for your ass right there. You understand?
Damn right, sir.
Read on.
Innocent. Free from legal guilt or fault. Free from guilt or sin, especially through lack of knowledge of evil. Harmless in effect or intention.
Drop that. Give me the definition of iniquity, Baba Kishore.
Khan, iniquity. Gross injustice. Wickedness. a wicked act or thing. Sin.
What? What was that last word?
Sin.
Sin. Spell it, Baba Kashaw.
S-I-N.
Sin. We're under grace. So the law is done away with. And that's the clutch. All right. I drive stick shift. All right. That's the clutch. All right. They ride that clutch all day. Because they believe that the law is done away with. So that's their excuse, right? That's the clutch for them to sin. For them to perverse in their iniquity. Keep reading Abadan, Baba Kashaw.
Come on, sir. Wasted and destruction are in their path.
Are in their past, man. And it's not just the brothers, it's the sisters too, man. Sisters fall victim of that too, man. Get up out this world, man. Shed yourself of this world, man. Get up inside this body. The I.S.U.P.K on the commanding Journey Hana is the home of the truth.
Home of the truth. That's right.
And with that, men of Israel, we say Amajim, which means to stand. Men of Israel, Amajim Shabbat. Amajim. Barak. Yahaba Hashem Yahshua. Yadzmutai. We'll give one courtesy salute to the sisters. Men of Israel. Amajim Shabbat. Amajim. Barak. Yahweh Shemar
Elathan by Hashem Yahushai.
Our thumb by Hashem Yahushai, Most High in Christ. Yadzmutai. Dismiss. Like, share, and subscribe, Akim. Mute your mics, Baba Kashaw.
Come.
Shalom, Israel. And when I mean Israel, I'm talking about the Black, Hispanic, and Native Indians. The Lord's 54th annual Passover is going down again this year, sundown, April 1st at 500 South Salisbury Street in Raleigh, North Carolina at the Downtown Conventional Center. It's got enough room for all of us. The Lord's 54th annual Passover. Last year, brothers and sisters showed up from all over the world, rocking ancient garments and glorious apparel in order to serve the Most High in Christ. Now, it's that time again. Commander General Yohana's putting out the decree for all brothers and sisters to show up sundown, April 1st in Raleigh, North Carolina. But before then, Thursday, it's going down at the Durham Armory, our annual all-black party. Last year was also the Hebrew Academy graduation dinner. This year, Commander General Yohana got something special for y'all. It is going down. What's happening? A full-blown Hebrew concert featuring Shaw, U.P.K Latino, Kwarak Ice. This is not something you want to miss. Join us at the Sheraton in Raleigh, the hotel right downtown. It's at 421 South Salisbury. The Passover is right up the block at the convention center, literally within walking distance. Make sure you pull up. Make sure that you do your due diligence because rooms are going fast and they are limited this weekend. You understand? We have months in advance of preparation. Do not wait till the last minute to get your room. The Lord's 54th annual Passover, Saturday, April 1st, in Raleigh, North Carolina. Join us there.
It's about time, send them curses to them enemies.
Shalom Israel, ven y pasa. Shalom Israel, ven y pasale Pascua anual del Señor. Sábado, abril 1, 2020. Shalom Israel, ven y pasale Pascua anual del Señor. Sábado, abril 1, 2023, en Raleigh, North Carolina. Únase a nosotros en Raleigh, North Carolina, organizado por el comandante general Yohana de la Escuela Israelita de Conocimiento Práctico Universal, la 54ª Pascua Anual del Señor. Este es un evento especial que reúne a los negros, latinos e indios nativos americanos de todos los estados y del mundo para celebrar y honrar la Pascua del Señor. Se llevará a cabo en 421 South Salisbury Street en Raleigh, North Carolina, el primer y el segundo día de abril 2023. Podrás conocer la hermandad, así como pasar la experiencia de servicio que realizará el mismo comandante general Yohana. $200 por persona, 16 años en adelante. Para más información, llame a 919-697-8257. Y no se olvide de los otros eventos durante la semana. Esta es una grande oportunidad para conectarse con los hermanos y hermanas de todas las partes de la tierra. La Escuela Israelita de Conocimiento Práctico Universal.